Hi, welcome back to Conversations with Chris and Crystal.
Hi.
Today we were talking just a few minutes ago about narcissistic employers, and we're going to try and recreate that conversation because it was pretty interesting, if I say so myself.
I'm doing a lot of research. I am a daughter of a mother who was a narcissist, and I'm just now understanding how much damage that does to a person. I had no idea. I know in one of our other videos I mentioned that I have had 34 jobs in 22 or 23 years now. And I'm looking back going, oh goodness. Because I've been complaining for years that there's something about me that exudes off of me and people love me and they're like, oh, she's so wonderful, it's going to be great. And then I get in this job and they take advantage of me. And it's consistent now, and I'm seeing it quicker than I did before, and asking myself, how old are you? And you're going to put up with this. Maybe not. Very, very good at what I do, but yeah, they take advantage of me and start treating me like a slave, or really...
well, like your most recent employer that said to you, what did they say to you?
Oh, yeah, they said, we've decided that you take things too personally, and we don't, so... and walked away. So I think that was let's assume, again, here you have the passive-aggressive, narcissistic attitude of, you can figure it out because it's your problem, not mine.
Yeah, and that never should have been part of the context because it doesn't, it's her perception that you took things personally.
Yeah, right.
That may not have been true. Mm-hmm. It may have been that you just took it the way a normal person would take it.
Well, I was venting. Everybody needs to vent. Well, these two just could not handle venting. They couldn't take that. So I don't know. So I changed it, and a year later, that came up. That wow, you changed it. And it's like, yeah, guess what? We all can change, and we all
have
can
to adapt to survive horrible situations.
Yes, and we can do well. And her last comment to me was that she was never going to change. And it's like, well, good luck with that, because the only constant is change in our lives. And, that's somebody you really don't want to work with.
And what was that other lady you were talking about who ran up like a concentration camp?
No, that's the one I was talking about. The other lady. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is hilarious. I love her. She's a great gal. And welcome, Rocco, to our little... He says, look, you guys have got to include me in this. She felt that she could yell and scream and carry on and get angry with everybody in the office because it was her company. And she would tell you that. And it was totally her right to have a fit. She was pretty convinced that all of us were out to get her, that we were all idiots, that we, if we couldn't answer a question without her, her whole business was going to go up in flames, which actually that's probably not a good way to do it, because if you're any good at your job, you won't have that problem. But okay, so we have a problem right from the start. And that was another one where I sat there and I went, okay, so how old are you and how much of this are you going to put up with? And I didn't realize there are different percentages of narcissism. And we actually all have a certain amount of narcissistic value, but again, the percentages can be so much lower. And I am definitely looking at any of mine and saying, okay, I want to change those. I know that I have a tendency to, as much as I take responsibility for everything that I do wrong that I'm able to prove, I look at it and I go, oh gosh, I forgot that, I didn't do it right. That's on me. I would say about 90% of the time I can find it to be somebody else's fault. I had a boss that told me years ago, he said, look, I have very broad shoulders. He said, I can take it. Just call it my fault and we'll continue from here. Because he didn't want to hear the story. Because I would have a story. I have a lot of drama there. I could definitely perpetuate that. But I can see it. I'm analytical. I'm figuring it out. And I go, well, okay, but you didn't ask me for that. So why... Mm-hmm.
Why would you think to do it?
Yeah. If you asked me for this, this, and this, and I guess you missed that part, okay, fine, now it's my fault. Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. Because I wouldn't have made that mistake. I would have been paying attention and put all the ducks in a row and made a decision based on that. In fact, later he would tell me that, he said, you ask so many questions and it's so annoying. And he said, but I realize that you have to, in order to clarify what I'm asking for. to make sure you have all your bases covered. Because I don't appreciate getting into a situation and not having all the information and not all the clarity that I need. Hey, yeah.
He's got a little tangle in his
He
hair.
does. He has. Yeah. Well, we should probably cut it
And
off.
he's like, "Hey, stop it."
Yeah. He's that. She's bothering me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So anyway, so I'm doing this research on narcissism, and I would love to work with other people again, but again, I am attracting them, so it's actually my own fault. I have to make that choice and that decision. The one that I went and interviewed for that I didn't accept, it was interesting because I was talking about being an HSP, a highly sensitive person, and he said, "Oh, my daughter's one of those." I mean, he was listening to the description of the HSP, and he said, "Oh, my daughter is one of those." And so now, just today, when I was doing some research on narcissism, I realized HSPs come from narcissists. So he is one. So that's why things were so negative, and I was hearing that, and I was going, "What are we talking about here?" And you need a little hairbrush, yeah. And so anyway, that was part of that. So I'm going to continue to do more research. I'd like to come up with really specific things to listen for, to trigger, to trigger us going, it's a narcissist, let's not go there. Because I'm very tolerant, and they know it. They know they can walk all over me, and I've gotten to the point now, and this is why they don't keep me, because I have learned how to say no. I don't have a problem with that. No, I don't do that. Never done that. Don't know how. And they really are very pushy and very difficult to work with. And and you get tired of things being your fault. I did have another job with that. It was always my fault.
They don't know what to do with it when you set boundaries. So
Yeah, no, they don't.
know.
They get really, and narcissists, no, they can't handle that. That you can't tell them no, and you can't set boundaries with them. They can't have that. And yeah, I did that once, and one time, and they didn't talk to me for 2 years. They will withdraw. Yeah, great, just great.
And isn't that something that like little kids do?
It
Like,
is.
their
It
child,
is.
I won't speak to you.
Yeah, I'm never going to talk to you again. And it was the best 2 years of my life. Because you find yourself, and that's what I'm trying to do too. I'm going to try to find a way to do something different and learn how to heal. I had no idea. You're told that you're different, that you don't. What was the other thing they were talking about? I was reading about that you. Oh yeah, my mom's favorite one was, just stop. You don't know what you're talking about. Let's just go do over here and look at this. That's a lot of it.
You.
Very much, very much. And they expect you to read their minds. They expect you to just know magically what's
they're
going on.
thinking.
Yeah, what they're thinking and what they want and how they want it. And Cinderella had that issue, I think, and I don't want to go there. So this was just a little tidbit that we thought we'd throw out there. We'll continue to do some research on it. Again, if you're going through jobs quickly and you have that background, it's familiar, it's comfortable, we're good at it. We were trained, we were well trained, and it's something to do without. So we might just be going through some of those steps. I think we'll take a look at that and
in
talk
future
more.
videos. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I think that is good for now, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Bye.